Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for this little snippet of information that I'd love to share with you. You're going to hear lots of murmuring about this as time goes on, but your girl always wants to be very transparent with you and share not only my experiences, but new things that are happening in the market. So here goes. A couple of days ago, I had a customer, and in the world of real estate, a customer is someone who you do not have agency with. You haven't signed any agreements. The only thing you've done is maybe had them sign like a disclosure letting you know what your role is, or my role is in representing them. But this customer got really upset because I couldn't show any more homes and I couldn't offer representation because we weren't under agency. It was super hurtful because this customer was like wanting to go and leave remarks all over and give me bad reviews. But what I was really trying to establish is the fact that the law has changed. North Carolina real estate has changed. National real estate has changed. And when we go to show homes, we have to have agency. Well, North Carolina has always practiced buyer agency, but we had the option before to show you a home. And as long as we got under agency before we wrote your offer, we were okay. Well, things have changed. This new legislation that you probably have heard about has now come down. And they say that before we show any home, we have to be under agency. So if you have bought a home in the past, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 5 minutes ago, you probably looked on realtor.com or anywhere else and you said, I'd like to go see a house. And whoever called you back said, all right, I'll go show the home. And you didn't think anything of it because I don't know where you thought that, I don't know how you thought we got paid for that time, or maybe you just thought it was free. Or some people are thinking, I know we take such pretty pictures. Some people think that we just make so much money that it doesn't matter if someone calls us on a Sunday afternoon and says, I want to go and see a house. Why shouldn't we do that? It's free. And if you buy it, then we get paid, right? That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. And so now that the law has changed, we are required to get under agency before showing a home. So I like to start practicing new laws as I learn them and implement them in my firm so that we are in compliance at all times. So this just happened a few days ago, and the poor customer was really upset with me because I couldn't show additional homes. I did go show the one home. I was still allowed to do that, working with real estate agents. The law hadn't changed just quite yet. It comes down pretty soon in August that we cannot show homes without agency. So I stopped him. Skirt. If we want to go see additional homes, we have to get under agency. And he lost it. He wanted to go and just give bad reviews and so forth and so on. He needed another week to go and, he wanted to take time to review it. And I offered so many opportunities. Let's talk about this. Let's go over this. But he just didn't understand. And what was really cute was he went to a builder and wrote my name down and said I was his agent. Well, I mean, some agents probably would have said, well, thank you, and just took the check. But I said, no, absolutely not. I haven't had the opportunity to talk to you about representation. And then when he called me and wanted to know what kind of offer to put in on said builder house, I don't know. I haven't shown you that home. I know nothing about it. We have a fiduciary duty to run comps and have knowledge of what we're helping you with. So I told him, you can take my name off of that list. Please do. Anyways, I'm here not to complain about the bad thing that happened because it was an uncomfortable situation, but I wanted to use it as an opportunity to talk to you about how this law affects you. If you have never bought a home before, this may not change your life too much because you don't maybe know the process, but when your agent gets dressed, puts on, everything, gets in the car and spends their gas money and drives out to the house and does their due diligence learning about that house and shares that information with you, they have literally clocked into work for free. I don't know if you could buy a house if you went to work for free. We don't work for free. Now, we do a lot of free consultations and free advice and free, all sorts of things that we give to people. We are the most giving people, like teachers. We give so much of our time, so much of our knowledge, so much of our skills, so much of our abilities without getting paid. We don't get paid until we get to the closing table. And that doesn't matter if we show you one house on a rainy day or a 150-degree day or 150 houses. We don't get paid until we close, usually. Sometimes your agent will ask you to put down like a deposit or other stuff. That I don't get into all of that. That just depends on the circumstances. And maybe that has happened. But before we can show you anything, new legislation dictates that we are required to have agency before we show you a home. So when you're scrolling on realtor.com now, or you're looking at a home and you call your friend up and you say, hey, Monica, can you show me this house on such and such? We have to have agency to be in compliance. We have to have agency. You might get upset with me because you're like, Monica, I don't like to sign contracts. Come on, we've done this before. 5 years ago, we did this, da 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 da. We invested, da da da. The laws have changed. The biggest enemy to real estate is someone who has bought or sold a home in previous years and they think that that same rule, finances, interest rate, policies, contracts, negotiations applies today. Real estate is constantly evolving. And if you hire someone to work alongside you, then you have hired an expert who can advise you on how to navigate through this new market. It's been about 7 minutes, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and I hope you've learned something today. I'm going to attach some information that if you don't think I'm telling you the truth, I'm going to attach some links that you can learn about this and learn how this law has changed. And when you proceed to go out and look at real estate, please don't ask your realtor to show you a home unless you're willing to sign an agreement. And that goes for any state, anywhere, but definitely here in North Carolina. I'm Monica Boswell. I'm the owner and broker in charge at VM Homes Group. And our primary focus is to provide excellent customer service and to educate our buyers and sellers and agents on best practices. We want to change the market by providing excellent service and also being on top of everything that's happening in this market today. Thank you for taking the time to listen. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. Bye.